Alright everyone, welcome back to another Drive-In Talk. So today's discussion I want to kind of touch base on is, what is the perfect daily? Alright, the perfect daily would definitely be different for a whole bunch of different people, right? It depends on, one, the style of car that you want, two, the stage in life that you're in, three, your commute, and fourth, I guess, your style of doing things. If you don't like driving a slam car every single day, then you're not gonna want, a slam car. You want something comfortable. So for me, the perfect daily, lately I've been into a lot of four doors, right? So let's start with that. A lot of four doors. There's a lot of options out there, but to find the one that seems to be good for me would be, one, the maintenance has to be somewhat reliable. So I don't want something that it's gonna, if it breaks, it's gonna be like $3,000 to fix, because you are driving it every single day, right? Woo. And so for me, the perfect daily at the top of my head right now is the Acura TSX. I don't know why. I love the way the car looks. Two, it's an Acura, comes with a K. I feel like you have a really good bang for the buck. It's not new, it's not old, so if it gets some, blemishes, you're okay. You're not completely dying. I don't know, I like it. Plus, it has a lot of aftermarket support. Because for me, a perfect daily would entail that it's not slam, but it is modified in one way, shape, or form. There's nothing that I love like I see people driving their modified VIP cars. Woo! VIP cars to work. Super slam or bag Lexus looks gangster. I just absolutely love the way VIP build looks, right? Now, do I like a VIP? Yes. The only problem that I would have is that I also like, ironically, I like driving manual, which I have an automatic. And going back to the commute, right? The commute has to be something decent. If it's a 3-hour commute or a 1.5 hour commute on stop and go traffic, no, I don't want a manual. I'll be the first one to admit that. But if it's like a back road type of setting, or canyon, or whatever you want, a spirited driving road, whatever you want, I definitely do want something manual. And I wouldn't want a big body VIP for that, scenario. So Acura TSX is definitely one of the perfect dailies that I can think of, because it gives you that sense of a nice little sports car, nimble. I have been in a few of them. They look pretty nice, and like I said, it's reliable. One car that I absolutely love as a daily was the STI, but the gas was like, oh shit, man, like, you're getting the miles per gallon. That's not a car that you're gonna be saving gas, and I was aware of that. But after time and time, it's just like, man, like I have to pump gas every 2 or 3 days, because you're not gonna be driving slow. Like, it's also a performance car. So I loved it. There was some aspects of it that I really enjoyed. There were some aspects that I did not enjoy. The last video I spoke about the technology, and that was one of the things that I dislike about the STI. There was so much technology, so many sensors, it's like I did not feel comfortable like even tinkering with it. The TSX, I feel like you still have that sense. You can still plug in things, put things away and swap parts yourself, and there's no major issue. And so that's why, another reason why I really like a TSX. Now, the Type R, from what I've seen, a lot of people daily them and they absolutely love them, and I think they're great. 4 doors, hatchback, manual, performance, AC, all that. I think that's another car that I would definitely look into, and I actually almost bought one. Funny story, I originally wanted an Evo, couldn't find it, right? Because, well, I could find them, but they were, high mileage and very high price. I end up stumbling. I tell my wife, you know what, let's just get a Honda Fit. I like Honda Fits, but I know they're super underpowered. Let's go get a Honda Fit, I'm over it, and then maybe the ride buy will come when I can buy my Evo. Well, I go to the dealership at Honda, and I didn't even look at a Fit. Right away, my eyes kind of glued to the Type R. I was about to buy a Type R, but they wanted 10 over MSRP. I said, no, I'm willing to pay more than, just 6, no more than 6. And they're like, no, I'll go up to 8. And I was like, no. The next day I went to Subaru. and ended up getting an STI. But again, the Honda Type R is one of the best cars. It should be reliable. It's Honda. But then at the same time, the new technology that comes with it, the new motor and everything, it seemed foreign to me. And I was just like, man, I don't know. I think they would. I know I bitched and moaned about it so many times. I think it would have been nice if they would have kept like the K, done some internals and boosted it. That would have been like, but whatever. So, what's the perfect daily for you? I know for some people they love stock cars. Like I love to be a stock car, automatic, AC. That's someone like David. David, if you remember, we interviewed all 20 of his cars. He's like, dude, I like to daily my hatchback, and that's why it has AC. Or I'll daily the FKA, or sometimes I'll take the Integra Type R. Like that's pretty good. His commute's not that long, and he gets to have a little bit of fun with it. Like that's awesome, and other than the FKA, all the other ones are 2-door, and it works for him. He's like, no, we have our SUV. I don't. So it depends on what you want. For me, it has to be something that is modified, not heavily modified, where you have to warm it up for 30 minutes and let the oil pressures, and everything warm up. No. I want something that I can just turn on the key and go. S2000, it's great, but what I've heard from a lot of different people is like it's very uncomfortable. Once you start modifying and tinkering with it, the space is very limited, and if you're okay with that, then it's cool. But if not, then it's very uncomfortable to daily drive. So for me, it would just have to be something with a little bit of power, nothing crazy. It would have to be. It doesn't have to be a sedan. I just think I've been into the sedan look. I don't know. I went from coupe to sedan to hatches, whatever. A little bit of power, modify at least wheels, that's for sure, and coils, body kit, and that's it. That to me is a perfect daily. Something that is slightly modified. It looks good. You feel comfortable. Maintenance is not gonna kill you. Like I would love one day to be able to daily drive a Porsche, right? But daily driving a Porsche will get you daily driving, prices at the dealership. If you think that buying brake pads from AutoZone right now is expensive, just wait until you have to go to a Porsche dealership and be like, yeah, these rotors are like $600 a piece. You're like, what? Yeah, you're driving a Porsche, dude. What do you expect? So there's pros and cons to that, right? And obviously financially, you have to take into consideration what your finances allow you to do that. But I've met people that make very good figures and they drive Hondas and they're like, I don't mind. And I met people that, nothing wrong with that. That's just their priorities. They work like, let's say, a minimum wage job or close to minimum wage, and they drive a brand new Lexus, and it's so on bags and wheels and things like that. There's nothing wrong. I mean, that's what they chose. For me, though, I think it will definitely have to be something that has aftermarket support, not too many sensors, decent on gas because it goes, in correlation with the power. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it doesn't even have to be brand new. It doesn't have to be super old. I'll be so down to drive a Datsun 240Z as my daily if my commute wasn't far enough, and obviously the car was working the way it's supposed to. I wouldn't have an issue with that. So I want to hear it. Describe to me what your best daily would be. I don't know. It doesn't have to be. It can be funky. Honestly, it can be funky. It can be a Honda Fit with the STI motor in. I don't know. I mean, get creative, I guess. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let me know. I'm actually curious to see what you guys would think is a perfect daily and under what conditions and circumstances. So anyways, we go for the car, we stay for the person. Thank you so much for tuning in on this another drive and talk, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.